Welcome to EnglishPage.info. Here you will be able to watch free English grammar videos. These videos are powered by portalfitness.com. In this video we're going to study the present continuous tense. The structure of the present continuous is formed with the subject plus the verb to be plus the verb with the ing. For example, I am eating, you are playing, he is singing, she is studying, it is traveling, we are talking, you are shouting, they are reading. The present continuous tense has different meanings. It is used at the time of speaking. We use the present continuous when we talk about something happening at the time of speaking. For example, if you look at the picture, you can see that the girl is writing on the board now. The teacher is looking at the girl at the moment. The present continuous tense is used to talk about temporary situations. We use the present continuous to describe situations or actions which are in progress for a limited period. For example, at school, this week we are studying the Egyptians. We also use the present continuous tense to talk about planned activities for future reference. We use the present continuous when we need to talk about activities planned for the future. For example, we are spending our honeymoon in Greece. Not now, it is our plan. We also use the present continuous tense to talk about repeated actions. We use the present continuous with certain adverbs such as always, constantly, repeatedly, etc. For example, my friend is always interrupting me when I study. Now we're going to see some common expressions with the present continuous, such as at the moment, now, today, this week, and for future reference, tomorrow, next week. If you look at the picture, we can use different sentences with the present continuous with different common expressions. For example, she's riding a horse at the moment. She's having a competition this week. She's going to Paris next week. Do not use the present continuous with state verbs because they describe a state and not an action. State verbs in English are like, remember, want, love, forget, need, want, hate, understand, belong, prefer, believe, etc. It is wrong to use the present continuous in the following sentences. I am loving pizza. You should say, I love pizza. You should use the simple present. Do not say, I am needing a friend. You should say, I need a friend. Do not say, I am understanding the lesson. You should use the simple present and say, I understand the lesson. We are now going to study the affirmative form of the present continuous tense. It is formed with the subject plus the verb to be. In this case, we'll be seeing the full form plus the verb with the ing. I will read 3 examples. I am waiting. We are reading. They are playing. The affirmative form of the present continuous tense can be used with the verb to be in its contracted form. The structure will be the subject plus the verb to be in its contracted form plus the verb with the ing. For example, I'm waiting. She's reading. They're playing. For the contracted form of the verb to be, you need to write an apostrophe. For the negative form of the present continuous tense, you need the verb to be plus not. In this video, we're going to see the full form of the verb to be. the subject plus the verb to be plus not plus the verb with the ing. For example, I am not waiting. We are not reading. He is not playing. For the negative form of the present continuous tense, we can also use the verb to be in its contracted form. For the personal pronoun I, the negative form is apostrophe m plus not. For example, I'm not waiting. For you, we, you and they, it's aren't. You aren't reading. And for she, he, it is, isn't. For example, she isn't playing. We are now going to see the interrogative form of the present continuous tense for yes-no questions. The structure of the interrogative form of yes-no questions is the verb to be plus the subject plus the verb with the ing. For example, am I reading? Is she playing? Are they dancing? Short answers for yes-no questions can be affirmative or negative. Affirmative answers are you reading? Yes, I am. Is he dancing? Yes, he is. Are they playing soccer? Yes, they are. Remember that for affirmative short answers, you should not use the contracted form of the verb to be. So you should not say, yes, I'm. It's wrong to say that. Or yes, he's. Or yes, they're. Whereas in the negative answers, you can choose between the full form or the contracted form of the verb to be. For example, are you reading? No, I am not. Or you can say, no, I'm not. Is he dancing? No, he is not. Or, no, he isn't. Are they playing soccer? No, they are not. Or you can use the contracted form of the verb to be, no, they aren't. Remember that in English, questions can be divided into yes-no questions, as we have just seen, and WH questions. WH questions start with a WH word, such as what, why, when, how, where, etc. The structure of WH questions in the present continuous tense is the WH word plus the verb to be plus the subject plus the verb with the ing. For example, what are you reading? When is she playing? Where are we dancing? We're now going to practice answering some questions using the present continuous tense. I will ask the question and you think of the answer. What are you doing right now? Who is always interrupting you when you speak? What are your neighbors doing to their house? Is their train leaving at 4 p.m.? Now we're going to see some possible answers. The first question. What are you doing right now? I'm studying English grammar. Who is always interrupting you when you speak? My sister is always interrupting me. What are your neighbors doing to their house? My neighbors are building an extra room. Is the train leaving at 4 p.m.? No, it isn't. Or you can say, yes, it is. Practice completing with the present continuous tense. Look, it, rain. Excuse me, I, for the bank. Look, they, this week, they are on holiday, not work. She, always her ideas, change. We, married in the summer. The answers are, look, it is raining. Excuse me, I am looking for the bank. They aren't working this week. They are on holiday. She's always changing her ideas. We are getting married in the summer.